So, tell us, what is the role of sugar consumption on child's mental health?
Yeah, so we keep hearing sugar is the new cocaine, sugar is the new drug. Cancer. There have been innumerable studies saying that if you remove sugar from a person's diet, they can literally get out of the disease. They can get into remission. Cancers can be treated by just removing sugar from a person, because the tumor thrives on quick energy. If you don't supply energy, the tumor cells cannot multiply. So the cancer sort of finishes. Of course, not in very advanced stages, but in initial stages. So sugar has a very big role to play both in immunity and in mental health. And nowadays, because sadly, again, if you look at what typically a child eats in a bigger city like Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, and all, you'll find that there's a lot of food which has sugar, cookies, breakfast cereals, fruit juices. It's all just a lot of sugar, yes. Plus they have cupcakes and desserts and chocolates and candies, and then they have snacks that come in packets which also have added sugar or white flour in it. So all of it is too much of sugar load. If you see the ICMR guideline, they say that for a child, the consumption of sugar should be around 2 to 4 teaspoons. In US, they have more consumption, around 6 teaspoons. I mean, 2 to 4 teaspoons is, just two cookies. That's taken care of that requirement. So we are probably consuming 4 to 5 times of our
Oh,
sugar.
God.
And because of that, when you take sugar repeatedly and a lot of it, what happens is that sugar, it disrupts the hormonal pathways in the body. It disrupts insulin secretion. It changes the way neurotransmitters work. It changes many pathophysiological reactions in the body, and it also decreases the immunity. Another very important thing to understand is that children who feed a lot on sugar tend to be depressive. They tend to have more they are more anxious, they have more anxiety, they don't like socializing, they tend to be more depressive, and you'll find them sulking, not performing in academics. Because what happens is, when they keep taking sugar, the dopamine that is released from the intake of frequent sugar, after a point it dulls down. So your body is not making neurotransmitters to give you a feeling of satiety or happiness. So you generally feel low on energy, you feel depressed, you feel anxious. I'll give you a very simple example to explain this. A lot of people now who are working in larger cities live alone. You see, they live in maybe a PG or live in a small, place where they work. You see, most of these people face depression. And we think that the depression is only because they're living alone. Yes, that is a contributor. But another reason is that their food is very bad, because they're mostly either eating out or ordering. They're alone, so there's nobody cooking for them. Yes, so they're mostly dependent on food outside, which is mostly very sugary, very fatty, bad oils, too much of salt. So when they keep eating that, it upsets the hormones and neurotransmitters in the body, and then these people feel a conscious sense of, constant sense of anxiety and depression. So for children's mental health and immunity, sugar is actually a big no-no. But of course, we have to limit. I mean, you can't completely stop sugar, but replacing it, limiting it. I mean, why do we always give our children chocolate and cupcakes? Why can't we make a besan laddu at home, or make like a ragi ka laddu with gur and nuts in it? So if we start shifting our children a little away from white sugar, that will help a lot.